BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody had a beautiful day. Okay, so I know that notifications did not go out. I sent out a lot of videos today. So I used up a lot of our notifications. I sent out a lot of, we did 5 videos today. I uploaded 2 in the matter of a couple of moments ago. 2 in the last 30-40 minutes maybe. So I know notifications did not go out. It's going to be a while for some of the people to realize that we're live and or for our notifications to go out. But don't shout the show. At the end of the day, we're going to keep on with what we're doing. All right, so first, let's give appreciation to everybody that pulled up to the chat, pulled up to the saloon, our previous live real quick. Let's do that, and then we'll get back. We'll get straight into the show. I mean, it is what it is. But yes, we sent out how many videos we did today? I believe we did 5 videos today. We sent out a lot of notifications. I need for y'all to pull up to those videos and leave comments. Leaving comments on videos does a couple of things for every channel. More comments that's left on videos, I'm pretty sure more notifications is going to go out when you come into a live. If you also send out, hit the like button, that's also going to allow for us to get more notifications. Okay. That was days ago, so we're not talking about that live. And just look at this one real quick. What's today? Okay, so that was days ago, so we didn't have anything the previous couple of lives. So let's go. For everybody that don't know, one of the things, what up, Gloria? How you doing? My audio stream might be a little off. All right, so what up, Gloria Austin? I guess that's roll call. For everybody that don't know, real quick, the stories, what we're going to be discussing tonight is going to be Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez situation. We're also going to be talking about Trey Songz, but that's going to probably be pretty short. Joe Biden is doing a thing, and I think that this thing is very important. And I've been I'm not going to say a detractor, but I've been an individual that has been consistently saying we got to look and see what this guy's actually doing before we decide that we're just going to say he's the best thing that's ever happened since sliced bread. We also have a thing to say about Ludacris and Robert Kraft. So those are our initial conversations that we plan on having tonight. For anybody that was just, curious or wanting to know. But yes, I already know no notifications went out. We have to wait for people to realize that we're live. Hopefully they're strolling and then they see us, and it is what it is. All right, so let's get into this real quick. First thing I want to say about is the Tory Lanez is the big conversation that we're gonna have. But let me just say something about Trey Songz real quick. The Trey Songz conversation, in reality, whether people realize it or not, is a no mask conversation. It's all about the no mask issue. For everybody that don't know, Trey Songz was at the Arrowhead Stadium during the Kansas City Chiefs Buffalo Bills game. And while he was at the Arrowhead Stadium during the Kansas City Chiefs Buffalo Bills games, what ends up happening is some fans are asked, fans in the stands, I'm not saying fans of Trey Songz, I have no idea who they're fans of. Anyway, look at that sun in the background, look at the sun in the background, boom, buildings. I have no idea if they even were fans of Trey Songz, but what happened was they see Trey Songz with no mask on. They're asking Trey Songz to put a mask on. Trey Songz is, I guess, arguing back with them. They call the authorities, they call security, or police or whoever. The authorities come over, they get into it with Trey Songz. Trey Songz allegedly immediately he hits the dude first. That's what they say happened. We don't know exactly what happened in the altercation. If we do remember hearing people screaming at the police, that was actually close enough to hear what was going on. So I think that this is just a situation where we don't know exactly what's happening. But this is a no masker conversation for everybody that don't know. This is a no masker issue. And I want to know what people think about that, because we often, the most of the times that we hear people talking about they don't want to wear a mask, it's Caucasian individuals. Somebody say they don't want to wear a mask, all of a sudden we calling them a Karen. So I want to know what people think about that in general. We about to just move on. This is just a video that we dropped earlier today. I want to know what people think about that in general. And even more to that, Trey Songz just had COVID, for everybody that don't know. So you're trying to tell me Trey Songz had COVID. Trey Songz did a concert where I think the mayor or the governor of like Minnesota or Minneapolis or something like that criticized him for doing a concert and putting all of those people in danger. He had COVID. Now he shows up to the Chiefs game with no mask on. Look, at the end of the day, I don't know what we're supposed to say about this stuff, but I personally don't know how we're supposed to feel about Trey Songz right now and him not caring about COVID. Him not caring that even if, let's say, COVID doesn't exist, right now we're in a situation where there are people that they want to just make sure that if it does exist, they don't get it. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with wearing a mask when you're somewhere in public, just in general. I don't like masks, but if I go somewhere out in public, I make sure that I have one. If I go somewhere where I know that we're going to be in confined, I make sure I have one with me. Because besides just COVID, just in general, some people just don't have good hygiene. Some people, and I'm not saying smell, I'm saying, you know, you can literally get sick from breathing in stuff that comes off of other people, for individuals that don't know. So I personally, that's the way that I look at the whole COVID situation, just so we can be clear. Just 100% clear. What up, Liberty Hazelton? How you doing today, my brother? He says, whoop. Let's go, y'all. So that's the way that I personally look at the COVID situation. I want to know what you guys think. We have the video up. We have the video up. We dropped it a little bit earlier. Go in that video when you get an opportunity, watch the video, and leave a comment so I can know exactly how y'all feel about this particular situation. All right, let's go. Hold on. Also, I want to apologize about no live last night. There was a reason why there was no live last night. That's one of the main, and we're going to try to start doing 5 to 6 videos a day, or at least 4 videos a day in the middle of the day. But there's a reason why there was no live last night. There's also a reason why there was no live this morning. I want to apologize for everybody. I tried to tell y'all our last live that there was a chance that there weren't going to be any lives until this one. Just so everybody can know. All right, so let's move on to the next conversation, because I want to get to the Tory Lanez conversation, but I want to give people an opportunity to get here, 1, and 2, I want to get some of the conversations out that is going to be a lot quicker. Yo, so check this out. I need for somebody to explain to me how Ludacris, who's literally in a car movie with the main concept around almost every single which one of these movies is they have to steal a thing, and sometimes first they have to steal a car in order to make the thing that they need to steal possible. So I need to know how Ludacris get his car stolen. Ludacris and everybody involved in that particular show, they should be so attuned to not getting your car stolen safety. Like, they should be so attuned to this. I need somebody to explain to me how this dude get his car stolen. Anyway, for everybody that don't know, Ludacris pulled up to an ATM or some shit. He jumped out of the ATM. Part of my language, he jumped out the ATM for real quick to go jumped out of the car to run over to the ATM. When he did that, somebody jumped in his car, took off, bang. But for everybody that don't know, a majority of these cars actually got finders, like, so you can find it, locations. And he probably also had OnStar, not for nothing. But so they was able to track down the car. It was at one location, and went to that location. The car wasn't there, but some of the product, some of the stuff from inside of the car was. They snatched that up. Then they eventually found the car. They did not find the thugs yet. The thugs have not been found. What up, Dog Soldier Broadcast Group? I know no notifications went out for the Tonight Show tonight. I already know. All right, no. Could y'all please hit the like button? I need y'all to hit that like button. I know no notifications went out. I already know it. What up, Garrett Crawford? How you doing tonight, my brother? I already know no notifications went out. I put out too many videos too close to our live tonight, so no notifications went out. I need y'all guys to hit that like button. I'm not sure Paul Walker was driving that car. I think somebody else was actually driving the car that Paul Walker got the accident in. I'm not 100% sure. Do not hold me to that. Also, let's try not to make fun of Paul Walker putting himself into a situation and getting himself killed very foolishly. But I believe Paul Walker was in the car with somebody. I'm not 100% sure. I believe he was in the car with somebody and they were actually the drivers. I'm not 100% sure. With that being said, so that whole Ludacris thing, like, how did Ludacris get his car stolen? Anyway, we got a video out on that. Go check out that video. Leave some comments. I want to know what y'all guys think about it. What up, DSTN? Ain't nobody calling you Dustin. I don't care what your wife says. Just so we can be clear. Alright, so hold on. I'm trying to run through all of the stuff that's not going to be a long conversation. That's how we're going to try to do the show from now on. We're going to get through all the short conversations, and then we're going to get to the longer conversations. So let's get to Robert Kraft real quick. I thought this was interesting. The reason why we did a video on Robert Kraft today, I thought this was interesting. For everybody that don't know, Robert Kraft had recently got in trouble down in Florida because they said that he was partaking in extracurricular activities in the massage parlor. Now check this out though. Check this out though. And this is what I mean by, please stop telling me that I'm helping the police do anything. Don't please stop telling me that I'm helping the police do anything. Us bloggers do not know more than what the police know. Us bloggers do not know. Nobody on social media knows more than what the FBI know. So do me a favor. The next time somebody is about to fix their mouth to say that somebody on social media is helping the police crack a case because they're talking about the what ifs and the possibilities in that case, let that person know that they're a complete idiot. Now check this out. Robert Kraft's video evidence got thrown out of court. You want to know how bad it got thrown out of court? It got thrown out. You go watch the video that I dropped on it to be all the way in tune with it. But the main one of the, you want to know why, how bad it got thrown out of court? It got thrown out of court so bad that the prosecutors down there, the federal government is looking into them. The federal government actually took those prosecutors to court. The federal government took those prosecutors to court because they were obtaining illegal evidence and then trying to use that legal evidence in court cases. That evidence they got against Robert Kraft was illegally obtained. Now, this is the question that I have. How many times did they catch other people using the same exact tactic? Illegally obtained video evidence or audio evidence that they was able to get into court. Imagine how many times that happened. Imagine how many times that happened. So shout out to Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft probably just helped a lot of people not get prosecuted in the future. On some super real shit. Robert Kraft most likely have just helped a lot of people not get prosecuted in the future. Because what happens is now there's a mandate set, like there's case law or whatever the case is. So now if they try to use the same way that they obtain that evidence, if they try to use it like that against somebody else, their lawyer could just go to this case file and say, look, this has already been disputed. That evidence can't come into court. So shout out to Robert Kraft for making that happen, even though I'm pretty sure it wasn't on purpose. Even though I'm pretty sure it wasn't on purpose. He just helped out a lot of people. Alright, we're getting a little fuller here. Y'all ready for the Yeah, he just set a precedence. That's a fact. When they try to use, when the federal government looked into those prosecutors, all of the evidence against Robert Kraft is to be destroyed. It was supposed to have been destroyed. But the reason why they couldn't destroy it was because the prosecutors said that they needed it in their federal case in order to be able to show whatever the hell that they needed to show in the federal case. They lost. They lost the federal case. So however it is that they've been obtaining that type of information, they cannot do that no more. They lost the federal case. For everybody that don't know. So that's a wrap. However, whatever video equipment they got set up, they got to take that shit down. I'm assuming somehow it was entrapment. That's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming somehow it was an entrapment. What's a reach? Says G-Dub says same thing will happen with Trump impeachment. The case is already dead. Don't know. What up, Mark Hernandez? How you doing? What up, Rude? Don't nobody see them dots, Jones? DSC and says sounds like The Wire. Yo, not for nothing. Go watch The Wire. One of the best shows on. Wire was written by the people who created The Wire. I think one was a detective and the other one worked for a newspaper. So The Wire is actually really, really accurate as far as how cases are handled and shit like that. It's really, really accurate. Not for nothing. A lot of the stuff has changed since The Wire came out. Wire came out years ago. But yeah, it's pretty accurate as far as how things were conducted back then. With that being said, yeah, so that's going to help a lot of people because I'm pretty sure there was probably some kind of entrapment involved. I'm pretty sure. Some fishes ain't worth going after. That's all I can say. Some fishes is not worth going after. Imagine if they threw that out because Robert Kraft said, I could get you Brady. That's some real shit. Robert Kraft was like, look, man, I don't want to go to jail. I could get y'all Brady. Just throw that shit out. And the judge is like behind closed doors. The judge is like, hold on, you can get Brady to come down here to play for Tampa? How? He said, I'm just going to let him go. He's going to choose. He can go to Brady. Look, Brady, man, I need you to go play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for a couple of years. We need to get those guys to the Super Bowl. Because look when this came out. Oh, man. I don't know. I'm not even discussing the Trump case. So you could discuss that all you want, but I'm not discussing that. I hear what you're saying, only old rich white guys, but they just made case law. So you mean that case law isn't going to work for anybody? You mean, hold on. You're trying to tell me they just created case law. You telling me that if some lawyer goes and points out that case law, the judge is going to say, oh, ain't going to work for you, even though it's already case law. You tell me about that happening at any time, and then I'll agree with you. How about that? Just tell me about any time ever that case law was created, and then the judge said, we're not going to allow for you to use it. They just created case law. I mean, if you just want to, I don't know, whatever. You know what? You're right. How about that? Caviar Dreams is travel and things. It's so lit down there in Tampa. That's a fact. Nope. You're 100% right. I don't know anything regarding that. I'm not even talking about it. If whatever else you want to be right about, right about that too. I'm going to keep going with the show. What up, Suzette Carbuncle? I don't know what to tell you, man. If we can't... I don't know what to tell you. If anything that I say that's supposed to be law and supposed to be fact, you're just going to say that I'm wrong. I'm not going to sit here talking to you about it. You're right about whatever. But, like, come on, man. Like, really? This is what we doing? This is really what we doing? This is really what we doing. Anything I say, I'm just wrong. You know what? I'm wrong about everything, man. Let's just keep going. I don't even care about that no more. I'm moving on. One more second, Emmanuel. Let me just get to this last thing real quick, Emmanuel, and then we'll get to that. I want to talk about the Joe Biden thing real quick, if y'all don't mind. And then as soon as we finish with the Joe Biden, that's going to take a couple of seconds. Matter of fact, let's talk about the Tory Lanez now, and let's end it with the Joe Biden, right? Let's talk about the Tory Lanez now, end it with the Joe Biden. I just want to run through all of those other topics real quick because they was really small topics. Nothing to really... I think some of these things might be bigger later, but nothing to really talk about at the moment. Of course somebody is lying. Emmanuel says, academics got a point. Somebody lying. Whoever is lying deserves all the slander that's coming. I'm going to agree with you. Somebody is 100% lying. Not only is somebody lying, but we know who's lying. For the people that just don't want to outwardly admit that they don't believe the story that Meg Thee Stallion is given, I don't know what to tell you. If y'all remember, Meg Thee Stallion had all the support previously, right? Am I wrong? Meg Thee Stallion had all the support. Right? Where did all that support go? Please, somebody explain to me where all the support that Meg Thee Stallion was getting from the music industry went. Not just from the music industry, but from the entertainment world. Somebody explain to me where it went. Somebody explain to me where it went. I'll tell you where it went. I'll be 100% honest with you where it went. He had no gun residue on him. If he had no gun residue on him, you cannot say that he shot you. Unless you're an individual that just think, I don't know. You know what? I don't know what somebody is going to say. So my opinion is, if a person does not have gun residue on them, because I'm pretty sure in like 2 seconds, somebody is going to come in here and tell me all the ways you could fire a gun without getting gun residue on you. So shout out to that shit for the person that's just going to try to figure out a way to do that. But he had no gun residue on him. I don't know what to tell you. That's actually part of the evidence that I think that they're going to use in court. The fact that he had no gun residue on him. I believe that I told y'all that already. I believe that I told y'all that already. He had no gun residue on him. Matter of fact, I believe I was one of the first people that said that. I believe I was one of the first people who said that. No gun residue. Hold on. I'm going to tell you what else is why she's not getting so much support no more. I'm sorry, but she doesn't sound like she's a victim to me. Not a victim of somebody. She does not sound like a victim to me. Now, I am 100% against canceling Meg Thee Stallion. Not just because she's beautiful. Probably that's probably a big reason. Also, we are not canceling Doja Cat. Just so we can be clear. But one of the reasons why I'm against canceling, I'm sorry about this, y'all. Meg Thee Stallion is another reason why I'm really, really against canceling Meg Thee Stallion is we have to start allowing for our people to mess up and then forgiving them. Because we have this weird thing going on in America now where people will mess up and then we'll just never forgive them. And the thing that they did, even no matter how bad it was, we just won't forgive them. But then other people could make mistakes and that's horrendous and we forgive them. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't think that this is a mistake that we should, if it is a mistake by her, because obviously, first of all, she was looking in the other direction. How could she say who shot her? Let's just keep it a stack. All right, that's one. She even said she was looking in the other direction, and then she got shot. And she just turned around and blamed Tory. So, how are we doing that? Second, she is the aggressor. In everything that's been going on in the media, she has been the aggressor. Her. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong. And everything that's been going on, Meg Thee Stallion's been the aggressor. That thing that just recently came out that they was trying to say that Tory Lanez didn't do whatever, they was like, yo, Tory Lanez, they throwing the case out. I don't think Tory Lanez people released that. That don't even make sense for Tory Lanez people to release that. That don't even make sense. Unless they just trying to gaslight her, which is a possibility, don't get me confused. But in my opinion, that don't make sense. Meg Thee Stallion is somewhere minding her business, not saying anything. God damn it. There you go. Sorry about that. We here. Yo, hold on 1 second. Meg Thee Stallion was somewhere minding her business, not talking about nothing. And then all of a sudden, Tory Lanez is going to do something that can make her come out and start talking about him. I just don't think that that's good. That's not something I could get behind. I don't think Tory Lanez people is over there trying to figure out how to sabotage his own career. Tory Lanez had no... Okay, before we can get to Tory Lanez actually shot her, explain to me how Tory Lanez didn't have no gunpowder residue on him. If anybody could explain to me how Tory Lanez realistically shot her and was able to get all the gunpowder residue off of him, by the time the police caught up with him minutes later, I need for you to explain this to me. Like, what did he do? He was like, oh man, I'm about to shoot this chick. Then he walked off and he jumped in the he jumped in a hazmat suit. Like, what are you telling me happened? I need to know what happened. Did Tory Lanez say, oh man, I'm about to shoot her. I don't want no gunshot residue on me. Jumped in a hazmat suit that he just had in the back of the car. Put it on while she waited there for him patiently. And then he came out and said, I turn around and walk now. And then she said, you ready? He's like, I'm ready. Then he shot her. And then he went through the hazmat suit or what. I need to understand how he shot her. I need to understand how he shot her and got no gunshot residue on him. That's it. Like, that's what we need to discuss first. Before we discuss any of the other maybe ifs, explain to me how he shot her and got no gunshot residue on him. Is that fair? I'm not saying, look, I'm not saying he did not shoot her. What do I know? I wasn't there. But what I'm saying is, the evidence leads us to believe that there's a good chance that he didn't. She didn't actually see him shoot him. Shoot her. She didn't see who shot her. First of all, she didn't get shot. Could we just be clear on that? One, she didn't get shot. That's one. She did not get shot. Two, he had no gunshot residue on him. So I don't even understand how she's saying anybody shot her. Now, if she says he shot at me, I'm still going to say with a gunshot residue. But at the same time, I'm like, all right, it is what it is. Tiandre Willis Sr. says she got hit with splash damage. I'm okay. I could get behind that. Don't get it wrong. Where's Tory Lanez' gunshot residue? What up, James S? How you doing today? All smoke. Smoking feet. Okay, Lady Love. We don't do that in here. We don't do that. Come on. We don't do that. I think you know we don't do that in here. One, I don't think he dissed her for Kylie. Just so we could be clear, Tory Lanez was already having in a relationship with her best friend. So I don't know where Caviar Dreams get any of that conversation from, but you're way behind. You're way behind. If you're talking about Kylie Jenner, you're way behind. Dog Soldier says it's impossible to fire a weapon and not get gunshot residue on yourself. Maybe you need to go explain this to the individuals that's still saying that she got shot by Tory Lanez, because there's no gunshot residue on him. There's no gunshot residue on him. It's impossible to fire a weapon barehanded and end up without a trace of gunpowder residue on you. I'm 100% agreeing. Caviar Dreams, you're so far behind this that I can't even engage in the conversation that you're having. That's just gonna that don't even make sense. It has nothing to do with Kylie Jenner. Nobody said anything about it having something to do with Kylie Jenner in about 6-7 months or something. So I don't know what you're talking about, Caviar Dreams. But shout out to you. I don't know, but if you look at the actual wound that she had in her foot, that's not a gunshot wound. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I've seen gunshot wounds. That's not a gunshot wound at all. We need to find out what happened. And they kept talking about, this is something that I think people are just not paying attention to. Am I the only one that's paying attention to this? They kept saying that there was glass that they believe she stepped on. What glass are they talking about? Caviar Dreams, you can't say I don't follow these people because you have a life and you're literally in a chat room right now. You do know that, right? You do understand the hypocrisy? Yo, I got a life, man. I don't follow none of these people. But let me pull up in this chat room where they talking about these people I don't follow. You know what I mean? You understand the hypocrisy? You understand the hypocrisy? Like, what the fuck? You can't script this stuff, man. You cannot script this stuff. You cannot script this stuff. Do you understand the hypocrisy? Nah, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on because I got a whole life. But you currently in here. I'm just saying. So, I'm not saying that means you don't have a life. I'm just saying it's possible to be able to do both of those things. To have a life and also be talking about stuff like this. What the hell? You know, like the insults that people throw, just pay attention. Just pay attention. Because some people will be trying to insult other people, but in reality they be insulting themselves. Just pay attention. That's all you gotta do. All of us in here, nobody in here got a life. No, nobody. Right, Caviar Dreams? You know you in here also, right? Oh, man. I'm just saying. Shout out to that shit. So you passively listening, right? But you are actively, just so we could be clear, you are actively commenting. Hold on. Hold on. You passively listen, right? I get it. But you are actively commenting. Shout out to you. Yes, come on, man. Don't nobody got time for this. Come on, man. I'm sorry, y'all. This is just crazy. This is just pay attention when people try to throw insults, because they're usually really insulting themselves. Oh man, I don't know where you be at every day. What the hell? You want me to keep tabs of you? Am I not already keeping tabs of all of these other people? I gotta keep tabs of you too, Caviar. Shout out to that. And you said you passively listen. You might be in here every day. I didn't try to insult anybody. If you're fair, I didn't insult anybody. I just said you don't know what's going on, so I'm gonna leave that comment alone. You need to find out some stuff. That's not an insult. That's a fact. Anyway, let's get back to the show. God dang it. Why they always coming for me? I don't know what to tell y'all, man. This is serious. This is serious business over here. Ryan says, this is the way it goes, Caviar. Everybody gets roasted over here. Oh man, what's up, Watch Games? Yo, I'm saying, man, you step up to the podium, man. You gotta be ready. I don't know what to tell you. Oh man, I'm getting a headache. Oh man. Shout out to Caviar Dreams. You know, having a whole life. Oh man. Oh man, you have a whole life. Oh man, don't go. No, we're not gonna short bus Caviar. I'm gonna let this one go through though. But we're not gonna short bus Caviar Dreams. We're not gonna short bus them. I'm getting too old for this shit. I don't know what to tell you, man. Oh man. Oh man. Shout out to Ryan Mack with the $6.99 drop. Said, you serving caviar at the saloon tonight. Shout out to Ryan Mack pulling up to the saloon. Ryan Mack comes through the door. Excuse me. Ryan Mack comes through the door. He got a whole big sombrero hat on with a feather in it. He has on a coat that got a lot of fur around the collar. He come in through the door and he's walking mad slick with it. Walking like a whole pimp out this chick. Says, hey, bartender, where the ladies? Bartender said, the ladies is upstairs, my brother. But for $6.99, you downstairs. Passes Mac a drink. Shout out to Mac. Passes Ryan Mack a drink. Ryan Mack says, appreciate it. Walks over. Watches the haters across the street. Waves. I need to blow my nose. Be right back. Give me 1 second. What the fuck, yo? All right, let's get back to it. Oh, man. All right, let's get back to it. So basically, as far as I know, you cannot fire a gun and not get gunpowder residue on them. G-Dub said, G-Dub said, yo, man, this chat is people with no life. What are you doing here? You got a whole life out there. Yo, but hold on. Time out 1 second. Do you understand why I went after? Why did that person come in here trying to insult everybody else in the room? Do y'all understand my position? They came in here and insulted everybody else in the room, talking about they have a life, nobody else has one. That's basically what they said. So I'm just saying, they was asking for it. I don't know what kind. Maybe they good people. What the hell do I know? But they was asking for it. Oh man, they was asking for it. I don't know what to tell you. Shout out to them though. I don't know what she thought. I don't know what she thought. Shout out to them though. But they was asking for it. I don't know what to tell you. What else am I supposed to do when somebody comes here and steps to the podium and starts insulting everybody at mass? Soleil! Oh man, what up, Everett Gilchrist? All lives, Black Lives Matter. We're not doing that all lives matter bullshit. Black Lives Matter. We already know other people's lives matter. Black Lives Matter Black lives need to also be mattering. Anyway, let's get out of here. We're not talking about Caviar. That was enough. Shout out to Caviar. Shout out to Caviar. We laugh. We feel good. Laughter's good for the soul. Laughter also helps keep you young, for everybody that don't know. So laughter's good. If somebody has had enough of Caviar dreams, comments. What up, Shy? We got Shy Murder in the house. The young CEO. No, I didn't say that she said it like y'all don't got a life. But she said she's not in this chat all the time or whatever the case is. And the reason that she didn't know what was going on is because she has a life. So that was very passively aggressive, insulting anybody that knows what actually happened. Because apparently, the only way you could have a life is also to not know what happened. I mean, you read between the lines, but it's okay. I write comedy, so I can read between the lines very well. Anyway, can we get back to the conversation if y'all don't mind? Shout out to Bree Powell. The sniper! So, alright, so let's get to it. So, yeah, she is denied. I don't know, man. Shout out to that person. So, I just want to be clear on something real quick. One, I keep saying this. We are not here to cancel Meg Thee Stallion, alright? Meg Thee Stallion, well, as everybody already knows, she was in a situation with her previous record label, and they just actually worked something out. So Roc Nation was able to work something out. She's basically Roc Nation artist now. So with all that being said, a lot of people believe, some people believe, that one of the reasons in which why they're doing Tory Lanez like this, accusing him of shooting women and whatever the case is, when they have proof and evidence that he didn't do it, is because you know that right now, all the hits that Tory Lanez is brand is taking, his brand is taking a lot of hits. When people go out there and they put lies out, a lot of times people know that they're lies, but they don't think that the public is going to believe the truth. So they won't work with you. You opportunities you will miss because the people know, damn, this is a good guy, or this is. But these lies that are, or these accusations that's out there about them, we don't know if we want to be standing next to such accusations. And in such cases, you'll have people that be financially affected. So that's what Tory Lanez is basically saying. He's going to the courts and he's saying, yo, look, she's saying things that are factually incorrect. I want to be able to defend myself. I want to be able to, when she says something that's factually incorrect, talk about actual evidence that we have in the case, or things that's already been, or things that's going into evidence, or whatever the case might be. Or the best way that he would actually be able to do it is actually present the evidence that the government, that the state has against him. Because nowhere on the paperwork with him being prosecuted does it actually say he shot her. They're saying he just caused her harm. That's what they're saying. Now, I want y'all to look at this foot real quick. What up, Queen Sha? How you doing? I want y'all to look at this foot real quick. Hold on. Let's go get a image of her foot, if y'all don't mind. I hate that I freaking hit so many keys sometimes. Meg Thee Stallion foot no injury. What the hell was I checking out the other? Oh, because we was trying to find out how big her feet was, because y'all guys was talking crazy. Boom. Oh, whoops. Also, if y'all get an opportunity, go to the BBN Apparel store. We have the link pinned. Go to the BBN Apparel store. I'm pretty sure that we have something that you likes. You might see some of these things and be like, oh man, I need them immediately, quickly. Especially that Harlem, Brooklyn, Bronx stuff. Oh, look at all of these things. Also, we have the BBN website. Go check it out. We have some new articles going up every day. Right here, we got an article about Joe Biden's orders to end private prisons. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, so go check out the website. All right, so boom. I want to show y'all something real quick. I'm sorry, but one, this is not a gunshot wound. We're not going to do that. We're not going to call this a gunshot wound. That's one. Two, that looks like she might have got not a compound fracture. She might have, like, I don't know how to say it, but anybody that's ever had a twisted ankle, you know what I'm talking about. That looks like she had a swollen ankle right there. And that doesn't look like a gunshot wound. I've had anybody that's ever had any, wow, now you trying to tell me that this woman ain't pretty? Who says that she's not pretty? That's her face for real, for real. Who in the hell? Remember we had some people here the other day talking about Meg Thee Stallion, not pretty. Where is she not pretty at? What are you talking about? Anyway, let's go look for some more Meg Thee Stallion feet. Oh, that's not her feet. That is not her feet. That's somebody else's feet. Her feet don't look like that. At least I'm hoping her feet don't look like that. That look terrible. Shout out to that shit, though. It might look like that. What the hell do I know? Hold on. Let's try to get a better shot of the foot injury real quick. Anyway, you seen the foot injury, right? You seen the foot injury? We might get demonetized for this, but I want to show y'all something right now. So everybody that keeps saying that he shot her in the foot, I want to show y'all something. We might get demonetized. We're only going to put it up for a second. See this? You see this? That's getting shot in the foot. You see that? That's getting shot in the foot. You see that? That's getting shot in the foot. Not that Meg Thee Stallion shit. Look at this Meg Thee Stallion shit. Now look at this. Look at this. Now look at that Meg Thee Stallion thing. You think that's shot in the foot? I'm sorry. That is not shot in the foot. Look at that. You think, look, that's shot in the foot. That's shot in the foot. That shit Meg Thee Stallion got is not shot in the foot. I'm sorry. I'm glad I didn't pull up the really bad ones. But that thing that Meg Thee Stallion got is not shot in the foot. Anyway, let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App, y'all. Come on, let's go. Pull up to the saloon. What you saying is gonna end all the chatter, Shy? First of all, I'm pretty sure that Meg Thee Stallion will get sued after this court case is over. After this court case is over, I'm pretty sure Meg Thee Stallion is gonna get sued, and they're gonna want to be recouped some of the monies that they believe that they are owed or that they lost due to the allegations of him shooting a woman that he didn't, that you know, if it's proven that he didn't shoot her. No, first of all, just so we could be clear, even if he caused the injury, if he could prove if it gets proven that he didn't shoot her, he could sue her. She literally said she was shot by him. I just showed y'all those people that actually got shot in the foot. Do y'all think that any of that looks like what Meg Thee Stallion is going through? I'm just curious. Anybody think that looks like what Meg Thee Stallion is going through? I'm curious. Anybody looked at Meg Thee Stallion getting shot in the foot shots and said, you know what? These things are similar. Hell yeah, I sue her. Sue the pants off her. Not sue her. If any pants or anything like that came off, that'd just be extra. Hey, what up, Real Patrick? Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, off the strength of accusing my camp and putting out lies. Yo, look. She literally said he shot me. Put him in jail. Tory Lanez is like, what? Where? Every Gilchrist says, Tory seems to not want to go after Meg. You think he could sue the label for someone who neglected to give... No. No. He's not going to be able to sue the label and not sue her. Any suing that comes, she's going to have to be involved in it. Any suing that comes, she's going to have to be involved in it. Period. I'm going to agree. Look, I think the courts is helping him more than hurting him in the long run. I think in the short term, it's hurting him. But I think in the long run, it's helping him. Because the courts is preventing him from saying anything that they might be able to then, that the prosecutor is going to then be able to use against him. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, what if a crazy fan would have tried to go after... what if one of those dudes, like, I don't know, like the guy from what's that movie where Robert De Niro was on the bottom of the truck looking like this? He was on the bottom of the truck looking like this at the camera. What's the name of that movie and shit? Where he was following them all around? Or even like that other movie where the guy was the baseball player, the fan. Like some weirdo guy like that. Like Tory Lanez. Like got the lights and everything out like Tory Lanez, we're coming for you. Like, no, we're doing none of these things. Get out of here. None of these things. The hell you mean coming for who? Who? So shout out to once again, and I don't think Tory Lanez is the one putting that shit out. I think Rock Nation, I think someone else is putting out that information that is erroneous, that is making Meg Thee Stallion, somebody gaslighting her. Either she's in on it or somebody's gaslighting her. I do not believe it's Tory Lanez people. I do not believe that Tory Lanez people is putting out anything about Meg Thee Stallion that might get her to start talking about how he shot her. That don't make sense. That's like waking up like, yo, Tory Lanez, you want to try to get Meg to talk about how you shot her today? Yeah, let's go for it. No, man. Leave her alone. We over here trying to work. If you've never been online stalked, you don't get it. We over here trying to work. We're not trying to talk about those people. We're going to let those people do what those people do. So I don't think Tory Lanez people is the individuals putting out anything. It don't make sense. It don't make sense for Tory Lanez and his people to keep saying something to her or doing something that's going to keep her talking about him having shot her. It don't even make sense. If you've ever been a person that have had stalkers, then you know what I'm talking about. You've ever been a person that has stalkers. If you've ever been an individual, that was like, yo, look, I'm trying to work over here and Tory Lanez is working. I'm over here trying to work. We don't got time to talk about those people. We don't got time to talk about those. What are you talking about? Hold on. We gonna release what? No, we not. Leave them alone. We over here working. We'll let the courts figure all that. We'll let all them other things. Nah, we over here working. You feel me? So if you've ever, been a person that's been stalked, you understand. You don't go messing with them crazy people or them people talking weirdo shit. You just do what you gotta do. That's just my opinion on it. So I don't know entirely. Obviously, we weren't there. We're going to have to wait for court. Period. Let's not even be coy about it. We waiting for court. We don't know. Tory Lanez, as far as what the police is saying, Tory Lanez didn't have any gunshot residue on him. That's enough for me. Meg Thee Stallion didn't have any bullets in her. That's enough for me. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I'm not saying he didn't do something and then she got injured behind something he did. But that's not what she's saying. She's not saying, yo, the dude did a thing and then I got hurt. She's saying he shot me. I just can't get behind that. Anybody else that can, salute to you. I just can't personally get behind that. Just me personally. What do I know, right? Sorry about that. look, this is just me talking. I would have, if I was on Meg's team, I don't care if he did shoot her. I would never let her come out and say that. I would never let her come out and say that. Never. So I have to believe, for whatever reason that she's saying that, it's not for her to keep her career going. I would never have had her say that. Somebody else would have had to say that. I would have never said that. Never. Even if he literally shot her, I wouldn't have had her say it. We would have had to go to court, and the courts would have said it. I wouldn't have had her say it. Ever. After it gets talked about in the court, even after that, whenever it comes up, I'll just have her say, I don't want to talk about it. It was a very trying night. It was a difficult night. It was a very disturbing experience that I went through, and I don't feel comfortable talking about it right now. You know, maybe in the future. Yeah, Tory is pleading to tell his side in court. Well, pleading with the court to be able to tell his side. And I think the courts is trying to protect him. That's what I think the courts is doing. Not for nothing. The courts is trying to make sure there's no mistrial. So the courts is trying to protect the person that they prosecuted. Because remember, the court isn't prosecuting Tory. The state is prosecuting Tory. You feel me? So the courts is just trying to make sure that there's no, there will be no appeals. If you get found guilty of this, you're going to get found guilty of this. There will be no appeals. So we don't need you out there talking. Because there's a chance that you might say something that could then either be seen like you're bullying the individual that you're in court, that they're saying that you attacked. And that's going to make everybody look bad. Or they're going to say something that now they're going to be able to use against you. DSTN says, if I was on Meg's team, no one would speak, which leads me to believe that she is emotional. I don't think she's been going, is a can't move. You don't want to add. He says, look, like he said, who gets shot by someone and gets in the car with them after make it make sense. Okay, so I'm going to agree with that, right? But I'm going to tell you what I'm way more interested in. How did she actually get the foot wounds? Because if she know that she got the foot wounds from something else other than getting shot, then we got to sue her. Do you understand? What is her Meg Thee Stallion and her camp going to do if we find out in court that her foot injuries came from something that had nothing to do with gunfire? What is their camp going to do? I need somebody to explain that to me. What are they going to do? I need somebody to explain. I need to know what their camp is going to do. We went to court. The paramedics said they pulled something out of you that was not bullets. There's people at the scene that are saying this other thing happened. Meg Thee Stallion is going to have to take the stand. She's the complaining witness. When she takes the stand, she's going to have to confirm that he shot her. If there's evidence proving that he did not shoot her, she's going to be found in contempt of court. Perjury. I would have never let Meg Thee Stallion say that he shot me. Never in a million years. People can say whatever they want about Jack, right? But I need for y'all to tell me how often I'm wrong in contrast with how often I'm correct and how often I'm right. I need y'all to tell me how often I give bad advice in contrast with how often I give good advice. Because there's literally people that watch this channel and take some of the advice that I give, and I see it works in the world. Just so we can be clear. And I need for somebody to tell me how often I give bad advice in contrast to how often I give good advice, and how often I'm wrong in contrast to how often I'm right. DSTN say you still bowling the 290, fam. Appreciate that. Would have never let her talk about it. Never. Not in a million years. She would have been crying, upset, angry. Look, baby girl, this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. If this is what we doing, you got to stay off the internet talk. You can't say he shot you. Because there's a million other things that she could talk about to elicit sympathy. First of all, she got shot in the foot, right? Anybody heard about her going to rehab? When you get... Anybody heard about her going to rehab? She got shot in the foot. Allegedly, right? Anybody heard about her going to rehab? I haven't. Appreciate you, Anthony Iman. He says, as long as I've been watching, mostly correct, if not almost always, no cap. Thank you. Empress Fee said she never did. She just kept working and doing videos. She never went to rehab. She never went to rehab. Please, somebody tell me who gets shot and don't go to rehab. In the foot. Please, who tell me who gets a major injury in their foot and doesn't need to go to some kind of rehab. What up, Lamar Club? I'm just asking. For myself. So we can be clear. I want to know who gets a major foot injury. Getting shot in the foot, we got to say that's a major injury. Getting shot, period, is a major injury. Who gets a major injury in their foot don't go to rehab? And she was in the club like 2-3 days later or some shit like that, right? It wasn't even a week. She was spotted in the club. Empress Fee said, she be the first I've ever heard of. I twisted my ankle and been on crutches for a long time. Yo, not for nothing. I be seeing chicks mess their knee up or something like that and wear knee brace for like 5 years. You trying to tell me she got shot in her foot? You trying to tell me she got shot in her foot, ain't need no rehab, no nothing? I've seen chicks twist their knees like in high school or something. And then they got a brace on until they like 26. Dog Soldier says 100 from the start. You always dealing facts, the real. Appreciate you. Addie says her freestyle, she said, took 2 shots but ate that shit, but was crying saying he shot her. When you ate something, you keep it pushing. Not what she doing. Well, first of all, she's saying she got shot in both her feet, right? And she just walked. I don't even understand how her people is even allowing for this to be a thing. Look, baby girl, you can't say you got shot in both of your feet, because anyone with common sense knows that if a person even gets shot in one of their feet, they cannot walk any further for a long period of time. You was walking in 2 days. 2 days you was filmed in the club, so we cannot say you was shot in the feet. Like, somebody needed to come and tell her this. Eric Gilchrist says, hey, yo, I wish the best for Meg, but the way it's turning out, the Stallion might just get put down after this foot injury. Boom. Know how many bones is in your feet? Yeah, she ain't get shot in the feet. We done debunked that. Empress Feast says, nah, she went to the club in August after WAP drop. That's why she did that live saying he shot her, because people was giving her the side eye about being in the club with only an ace bandage on. She was walking that night. That's a fact. Al B, shout out to Al B, salute my brother. He says, I just sprained my ankle about a year ago and it still be tripping to this day. She got shot in the foot, man. She was up in the club not shortly after. She the whole Terminator. Are you trying to let me know who you are, Addy? That was crazy. Walking that night. That shit, yo. Look, at the end of the day, right? This is what we got to do. We got to protect black women. Don't get it confused. We had a situation that just happened in Harlem. Those guys need to get gotten off the street immediately. That's what we need to start focusing our energy on. Shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, we have to stop making it seem like we are only protecting black women from black men. We need to just protect black women in general. That sometimes means from themselves. I think that her people needed to be protecting her from herself. The last thing they needed to talk about was that she needed her for her to be saying that she got shot. Somebody said she heals like Wolverine. Somebody said that shit yesterday. Not a brace, not a band, not a cast, a band-aids. They went to the they just went to the freaking Models, bought some ace bandages, said, let me wrap that foot up before we walk in this club. I think what she's doing, if it comes out that Tory Lanez actually didn't do any of these things which he's being accused of, I do believe that she might lose her spot in hip-hop. I believe that there's going to be a lot of women that are going to be way angry at her than men. You know, the dudes, we just going to be like, yo, that chick tried to put him in jail, and we going to deal with it that way. But there's going to be a lot of women that's going to be like, yo, we went to the bat for you. You trying to tell me you was lying to all of us? There's going to be a lot of women that's going to take that personally. There's going to be a lot of women that were in abusive relationships and were literally abused. It's going to take that shit personally. That's just the way I feel. I could be wrong. But there's going to be a lot of people that's going to take that personally. Like, I went to bat for you. Like, I was actually in a relationship, you know, like this, what the woman is going to be saying, that the woman was actually in a relationship where her man or husband or whoever beat on her and probably pulled weapons on her, probably hit her with weapons, and you out here lying on this man, saying that this man shot you and he did not shoot you. First of all, Empress Feast says every time people call her out, she draws for the Protect Black Woman card. She means Protect Meg. I do believe, just so we can be clear, that often people use these calls to arms for their personal reasons, and their personal reasons usually don't coincide with fear. Liberty Hazelton says she poured tussin on it and walked it off. She a tough. Come on, man. Why, man? Why can't you just let the joke go without calling her a dude? I gotta take that off there. You could have just, that was a funny joke without the ending, man. Come on, we're not gonna do that to man. Good, they suspended your damn account for calling people coons and crackers. So stop calling people coons and crackers and don't come in here saying it either. How about that? Dog Soldier said Boosie's in a wheelchair behind a leg shot and she walking after a foot shot. That don't even make sense. What up, Alexandra Adams? Alexandra Adams says, and we don't like using the F word. What was a lie, Alexander Adams? I'm just triggering her at this point. Because she just came in yelling. I'm just triggering her. What was a lie, Alexandra Adams? The girl who cried stallion. That's nice. That should be the name of the Lifetime series, of the Lifetime movie regarding this particular event. It was the girl who cried stallion. Yeah, Boosie Little. Also, he got shot in the whole calf or something like that. I had a homeboy that got shot in the calf. He was a football player too. But he was lucky. It just went through meat. It didn't go through no bone. He's a football player too. Shout out to Fonzo. Shout out to Fonzo. Hold on, let's see what the internet says how tall Boosie is right now. I think he's little. I think he skinny. Ain't gonna lie. Height. Boosie is only 5'6". What in the hell? I thought he was taller than that. Boosie 5'6", y'all. I have no idea what 63.5 kilograms is. What's 63.5 kilograms? Let's see. kg to pounds. 64.5. He's only 142 pounds. Get out of here. Now I see what in the hell? Boosie's 5'6", 142 pounds. I weighed 140 pounds in high school. I was also dunking, but I weighed 140 pounds in high school. What in the hell? Shout out to Boosie, keeping his weight down. I don't know what to tell you. That shit is something. The hell? Shout out to Al B with the $20 drop. Al B pulls up into the saloon. Al B pulls up into the saloon. For everybody that don't know, we had a saloon fight in here that was legendary. Al B was part of it. Al B pulls up into the saloon. He looks around at all the renovations that had to be made because him and a couple of other people tore the spot up. He's like, hey, this is great. This is dope. I'm back. Al B starts walking. That's how Al B is walking to the bartender. He's walking to the bartender. Al B walking to the bartender. He's like, hey, Pulls up to the bartender. He says, I need drinks. I need a lot of them. Bartender says, look, my brother, you haven't been here for a while. You need to look and see how the upstairs is. The upstairs fully renovated. The ladies, more. Bartender rings a bell. Oh yeah, these are the toothpicks I use. Boom. Bartender raises. Shout out, I'll show y'all exactly. These are the toothpicks I use. These shits is great. Bartender rings a bell. You see 20 ladies come down from downstairs. They all doing that as they run. They breasts is jumping up and down. They're running like this. They come up to Al B. They grab Al B by the arms. Al B's like, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Bartender, he's just sitting there. He's pouring a drink. And he says, as he pours the drink really slow, that's our new service. Throws one back. Shout out to Al B pulling up to the saloon. I don't know what kind of caliber he shot, but any caliber would have did damage to the foot. You know how you seen the bones in the foot? Manuel says I'm 5'5", so what? Seen the bones in the foot, man? Any caliber would do some damage, just so we can be clear. Don't forget to watch our we dropped like 3-4 videos today. Don't forget to pull up to our videos today and see which videos we dropped today and leave some comments. Wait, where you was at when what was happening? So I don't know. Y'all want to have this conversation about these prisons? But I just want to be clear on that. Can we have a vote real quick? Who thinks if it's comes out that Tory Lanez did not shoot Meg Thee Stallion? Who thinks that Meg Thee Stallion is gonna get? Who thinks it's gonna hurt her career? You think it's gonna hurt her career? You don't think it's gonna hurt her career? While y'all voting on that real quick, I'll be right back. Once again, if it comes out in court that Tory Lanez did not shoot Meg Thee Stallion and or didn't even fire the weapon, I mean, that's kind of evident at this point because he has no gunshot residue on him. Who thinks that this is going to have a negative effect on Meg's career, or who thinks people are just going to be like, we don't even care? I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. Thank you for your patience. I'm gonna scroll up, see what some of you said. Don't forget to get them likes up. Yeah, can we hit that like button, please, if y'all don't mind? You think he'll take her back? Okay, maybe. What do I know? Brandon. Wait, what up, Brandon Washington? Salute. Al B, you do not think it's gonna hurt her career? Any reason? 6ix9ine still prospered after snitching. Why not? That's a good point. Addie says, honestly, with all these details that's always out, you don't care, they're gonna make an excuse for her. That's a fact. I mean, that's a possibility. But there's gonna be an excuse. It only matters if the excuse is accepted by the public, right? Because obviously there's gonna be excuse, right? So I guess the only thing that's gonna matter is if the excuse is actually accepted by the public. Can we hit that like button, please? Also, 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App. Come on, y'all, let's go. Honestly, with all the details, it's already out. Don't care. They're gonna make it. Yeah, I believe they're gonna make an excuse. It's just, do you think the public is gonna accept the excuse? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm curious about. I'm not canceling her. I don't care what any of you say. I'm gonna continuously look at pictures that she's in. She's pretty as shit, man. I don't know what to tell you. And I don't think a lot of what she's doing is her own machination. She might be in on it, but I don't think this is something that she devised. I don't think this is a plan she came up with. Pardon me. I don't think this is a plan she devised. I don't think this is a plan that she came up with. You understand what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I believe somebody came to her and said something, and then she either agreed or disagreed with it. And that's what I think happened. You understand what I'm saying? So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, that's where I'm at with it. To be honest with you. I just don't think this is something that, this was not her idea. And, to a degree, I think that we have to have a certain level of understanding. You know, a lot of these artists are trapped. I tell y'all about that all the time, don't I? First of all, if Meg Thee Stallion puts up her OnlyFans, if Meg Thee Stallion says, screw all of this stuff, I'm doing the OnlyFans, and I'm going to do it the OnlyFans way, there's gonna be a lot of people there's gonna be a lot of people. They're gonna be like, they're gonna be going up to guys like, yo, what's your favorite show? They're gonna be like, OnlyFans, Meg Thee Stallion. It's gonna be the only thing they watch. They gonna have like 8 they're gonna like 8 monitors in their crib. It's all gonna be playing different episodes from Meg Thee Stallion's OnlyFans. What are you talking about? Shit. Let's hope she does not do OnlyFans though. I don't. That would be OnlyFans that I would have to buy. So please don't do OnlyFans, Meg Thee Stallion or Doja Cat. Please do not do OnlyFans. As a matter of fact, I would not take Doja Cat's OnlyFans because she's just gonna be trolling us. Doja Cat got her OnlyFans out there. She trolling you. She is not. That's not for seriousness. She's not getting naked. Meg Thee Stallion, in other words, I don't know, but no, Meg Thee Stallion would, first of all, just so we can be clear, Meg Thee Stallion isn't making. You do understand that a lot of times these artists get in these deals, they're not making money, they're just making debt. So she can only make money on OnlyFans. So she would definitely make more money on OnlyFans. A lot of these artists, they're not making money, making debt. You understand what I'm saying? That's a whole nother story. I'm not getting into that. I'm not going after any record labels or anything like that at the moment. Meg's OnlyFans will get Super Bowl numbers. That's a fact. Liberty Hazelton said Doja Cat already had an OnlyFans, only racist fans. I don't know. She did. Shout out to that shit. But I couldn't have been serious. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think she's doing it. She's not gonna do her OnlyFans and show up with the way that I would want her to. So that's what I'm saying. Shout out to Doja Cat. I know she was in a chat room that was not an OnlyFans. It was just a chat room. I know that. and she was in there with some racist people, and they was trying to cancel her, and I was one of the people saying, please don't cancel her. I like Doja Cat. Please don't cancel Doja Cat. She's just silly. She can't help it. Doja Cat just silly and she can't help it. I don't want you to do. I don't want Doja Cat. Please. I want to bang her. I don't want to cancel. Let's not cancel. Wait, hold on. If she get canceled, will I get closer to that though? Cause then, I don't never want bad for nobody. Let's not cancel. I want to bang her. I don't want her to get canceled. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not cancel Doja Cat. Meg's OnlyFans would break a lot of records for consistent views, just so we can be clear. Just so we can be clear. Meg Thee Stallion OnlyFans would be doing such incredible numbers. It's like, yo, we've never seen anything like this. You're going to see people in like war rooms and shit. You're going to see people around a whole bunch of monitors like they NASA. Like, we've never seen anything like this. Pressing buttons. It's OnlyFans. It's incredible. Doja, I want to bang Doja Cat. Please don't cancel her. I don't know what else to tell you. No, I'm not making excuses for Doja Cat. Doja Cat's a whole weirdo. She's a whole weirdo. It's a fact. I like her. I'm just saying. I like her though. She's a whole weirdo. I like her though. Don't cancel her. What the hell? Does she like dark skinned guys? She probably doesn't. Oh man, I'm over here. She probably does not like dark skinned guys. Can we get her glasses? Really dark glasses? She can't see me. You know what I'm saying? I can probably talk proper enough or something. Like, hey, I'm Italian. She have her glasses and shit. Man, she can't see me. I'm like, hey, I'm Italian over here. I'm walking. I just talk like that the whole time. We begging over here. I don't know. Hey, Doja, I'm just trying to say, you can get glasses. They could be blacked out. You won't even know how I look. What the hell? Oh man, I don't know what to tell you. Like, hey, Doja Cat. I am not. I don't even think I sound like an Italian guy, by the way. But I'm gonna be trying everything. I'm gonna be trying everything. They put them glasses on that she can't see. She won't know. She might know. That was a very off-color joke. But I'm just saying, put them glasses on. Like, we gotta make sure Doja Cat can't see me. Also, I was about to make a really funny joke. I'm not gonna make it though. I'm not gonna make it though, because it's borderline. It's really borderline. It's really, really borderline. And I just made the Italian joke. So I'm not gonna make this next one. I'm gonna leave it alone. It's really borderline. Oh man, can we get those lights up if y'all don't mind? Anyway, show's been on for about an hour and a half, so we usually get out of here about now. But I do want to mention, I do want to mention something about Joe Biden. I do want to mention something about Joe Biden. Joe Biden has signed some paperwork, y'all, that's basically going to it's basically so that federal prisons won't renew their contracts with private prisons. Federal government is not going to renew their contract with private prisons. I have been an individual that says we have to see what these guys are going to do for us before we start proclaiming that they're the great black saviors. I think that this is a good step. Absent anything I have not necessarily heard about the particular situation so far, I think this is a good step. I actually dropped a video on it for more detailed grasp on what I was talking about. You can always go check out the video. I'll play you a snippet from the video real quick. I'm gonna go get a snippet of the video real quick. I'll play y'all all of the snippets from today. Why not, right? We got some snippets. I'm gonna play you all of the snippets from the videos today. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull them up. But Joe Biden has signed some paperwork that at this point I'm gonna say that okay, I got one or two. Boom. I play these two snippets. Hold on. No. I mean, I'm fair. I am extremely fair, and we have asked. I can't stand the fact that it's so hard for me to say that damn word. We have asked the question, and one of the questions that we have been asking, at least I've been asking, is what is Joe Biden going to do for black people specifically? Now, this is not a thing that's specifically for black people, just so we can be clear, but I'll explain how this is going to be beneficial to just black people in general. But I'm gonna let y'all see the snippet first.
There are reports that Joe Biden plans on signing an executive decision telling the Attorney General that the federal government will no longer be using private prisons. Mike Jones.
But this is much bigger than you and me.
Hey, little mama. It may be bigger than you, and it may be bigger than me, but it ain't bigger than you and me. Can you dig it?
Alright, so go check the video out. The video's out there. As you can see, we already got the video out. Go check the video out. But also leave some comments on that video if you don't mind. I really want to know what you guys think about that. I want to do more videos on this particular topic, but I want to know what you guys think about that. Maybe we get a panel together for this week. I have Shy Murder back, so I have somebody that can hopefully organize a panel for this week if she, got the time. She's a whole Howard student. So I want to say this real quick. I want to say this real quick. I think what people... I still need for this administration to do something specifically for black people. Just be clear on that. I'm not moving off of that. But I will agree unequivocally that this benefits minorities on face value more than anyone else. On face value, I think this benefits minorities more than anyone else. So one of the things that people seem to either forget or not know is there's literally been judges that have gotten in trouble because they were purposely giving people longer prison terms to keep them in jail longer, to keep jails populated. You know that there's a ton of prisons that were built that have not even been used? A lot of people might not know that. There are a ton of prisons all over America that have been built, but there's not enough prisoners for them to be in use yet. Just want you to be mindful of that when you think about the fact that now there's going to be less incentive for judges to give people more prison time. Remember, a big argument that people have always had is private prisons encourage longer prison terms. Because what happens is you go to these prisons, and you know, y'all know a lot of people that y'all talk to on the phone when you be calling for customer service in places, y'all know a lot of those people be prisoners, right? Y'all know this, right? A lot of prisons have people working customer service at the phone. Okay, so some of y'all might not have known that. I probably just put a couple of people on. You know how much clothes is made in prisons? There's a lot of things that prisons make. Slave labor, that's a fact, but it's legal. Because once you become a prisoner, a warden of the state, or a warden of the government, or whatever the case is, you lose all of your citizenships. People don't even know that. You're literally not a citizen of the United States of America no more once you go into the prison system. You're not given your rights back as a citizen until, well, first of all, you still, if you committed a federal crime, if it's a felony, pardon me, you still don't get all of your rights back when you come straight out. You have to fight to get some of those rights back. And depending on how much you fight or how hard you fight is depending on which ones of those rights you're going to get back. Just so we can be clear. G'd up says, I was in there and we used to make pizza boxes and headphones. I could see that. Shah Murder said half of Whole Foods inventory is made in prison. I could see that. Addie says they pay prisoners 30 cents for jobs they pay civilians $15 an hour for. I can see that. So once you come into contact and we're going to recognize that that's a thing, him signing this paperwork is him directly going against individuals like Michael Jordan. Y'all do understand one of the reasons why Michael Jordan is involved in this whole prison thing is because there's a good chance that some of the stuff that he has his name on it is made in these prisons. I don't know what to tell you. So shout out to Joe Biden for that. We will be looking to see what else he's gonna do, but this is a win, and we've been looking to see what up, Lex Luger. We've been looking to see what his administration is gonna do for black people. This is not something directly for black people, but this solves a problem and it also addresses an issue. that is important in our community. It absolutely addresses the issue that's important in our community. With that being said, we had a long day today. I need for y'all guys to go check out the videos we dropped today. We dropped quite a few videos today. I need y'all guys to go check out those videos. I need y'all guys to go leave some comments on those videos. I need them likes to go up on those videos. Definitely appreciate if those things can happen. Shout out to Lex Luger with the $5 drop. This is BBN Frost. Lex Luger pulls up. I'll address that marijuana comment. Give me 1 second. Lex Luger pulls up into the chat. He pulls up into the saloon. He comes in, no horse this time. He looks around. He says, "Hey, you guys, I'm back. I haven't been here for a while, but that's because my horse, he refused to come to this town because every time we come into the saloon, I'm giving him the torture rack. But today, I torture racked him out in the stable. So he should be good." Shout out to Lex Luger, always torture racking his horse and other things. Hold on 1 second. If he lets everybody out of prison that got caught and falls inside of the mandate of the marijuana charges that will fall involved with what the crime bill created, that would collapse our economy. We wouldn't be able. You know how many people are going to be coming out and don't have no job? You know how I agree that something needs to be done, but you can't just release all of those people at once. That's going to be quite possibly tens of thousands of people released all at one time. Quite possibly hundreds of thousands of people released all at one time, straight into our economy. Don't got a job, don't got nothing. So there needs to be more than just releasing those people into the public. There needs to be something set up to catch these people. There needs to be a net, something set up. Because what's going to happen when you got New York City? We already have a homeless issue. We already have a jobs issue, lack of jobs in not a lack of housing, but a lack of affordable housing, I could say. What's going to happen when all of a sudden you have 250,000 people just move all back to New York City all at one time? Now you got a Detroit, you have 100,000 people all jobless, all move back to town all at one time. Like, that's just a problem. I get it though. You understand what I'm saying? It's just logistically they have to put something in place to catch these people, so that when they do move back, when they do come back to, there's not just housing, but there's things set up so they can live and survive, and so they don't backslide. Yeah. But yeah, something's gotta give. Something's gotta give. They gotta do something. That's a fact. Something gotta give. But what do? You gotta set something up. They need a whole bunch of things. They need programs. They need a hell of a lot job training. Right? Right? Am I wrong? They're gonna need a hell of a lot of job training, right? Because people like, so there's a lot they're gonna need. But I get it. A lot of people got loved ones that's locked up on bullshit, and they would like for them to come home, and I would like for them to come home also. Pardon me. If weed is free, I don't get what you're saying. If weed is free, they can't keep people in minor marijuana cases in jail. They got to come up with something. You're right. What you mean if weed is free? If you mean you're going to free the people that were in jail for minor marijuana case, first of all, the people, it should, the people that's in jail for minor marijuana cases, like, and it's obvious that it was exorbitant amount of time, I think that they should get money back from the government, not for nothing. I think that they should get money back from the government. That's what I think. I think they should get money back from the government. I think the government should pay for some of these people that they committed a crime. They should have got a couple of months, but they ended up doing 10 years. I think the government should give them money. I think the government, that's a fact. I think that if you got caught selling weed and you had got time that isn't equivalent to the time that other people of different demographics get, I think that there should be some monetary reimbursement. That's a fact. I think that's where we start. There. I think that's where we start. I think we start there. Period. I think for the people who you can't let out of jail yet because you just can't throw them out into the public, I think they should get $15 an hour for those jobs now that they're doing in prison. And they get the same amount of hours that they've been working. That's just my opinion. Until you figure out what you could do with these individuals while they're still stuck in jail. When they work, they should then be getting $15 an hour. I think that something needs to be done. I think you got to get the people out of jail, but you got to figure out a way to do it. First thing that would be smart is figuring out a way to get them some money. Because them coming out of jail with no money, that's one of the main reasons why a lot of people go back to jail, right? You come out of jail with nothing. You try hard to try to make something. You can't get a job, nothing, because you've been in jail for the last 10 years. You've been in jail the last 5-6 years. People don't want to hire you. You got to go back to your old ways to feed yourself and your family and have a roof over your head. That's why people go back to jail a lot of times, right? It's, at least when we're talking about people that sell drugs. So that's the problem that needs to be fixed. Is it perfect? No, it's not. There's tons of flaws, but we got to start somewhere. We got to start somewhere. And I think that's a big issue. I think the problem is we can't never start nowhere. Because as soon as somebody comes up with an idea, another person wants to explain why that will never work. So you can't get nothing done. Be mindful of those people that's always want to tell you about how shit ain't gonna work. Be mindful of them. I'm not saying hate them. I'm not saying don't never deal with them no more. Lady Liberty Hazelton. I'm not saying hate them. I'm not saying don't never deal with them no more. I'm not saying nothing along those lines. I'm just saying, be mindful of the people that always tell you nothing's gonna work. I'm not saying $20 an hour. I specifically said $15 an hour because they're gonna because if you're gonna raise the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour, every single person that's in jail is now, they don't have no rights, right? They're not a citizen, so therefore they work for the government, right? So if they work for the government, they should have the government minimum wage, which would be $15, right? Yeah, be aware, real Patrick. That's a fact. And I'm not saying that just so we could be clear. I'm not going at nobody or nothing like that. I'm just saying, like, me myself, I'm always wary of individuals that's always trying to find something wrong with something that's being spoken on. Like, if you, like, okay, so me and you having a conversation about something, and you telling me about something that you're interested in, I'm literally trying to find things good about it, because I want you to win. I want you to succeed. I want you to be able to do the thing, even if I can't do it with you. So when you're telling me about the thing, I'm trying to figure out ways to make sure that it succeed. Now, if you're telling somebody about something and they trying to figure out ways that it's gonna fail, then you gotta understand that's where their brain is at. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's where they're at mentally. Like, even if they love you, even if they want the best for you, I'm not even discussing that. I'm saying mentally, that's where they're at. Every single thing that they hear, every single thing that goes on with them, they probably just only focusing on, or they probably trying to always sensationalize the negative aspect of it rather than build up the positive aspects. DSTN says that's incentive to stay out of trouble while inside too, a job with reasonable pay. Also, you're going to be knowing that you're going to be free soon. Yeah, I'll be negative thinking. Sometimes when people, I'm gonna tell you something. This is real game right here. Tell you real shit. Sometimes when I come into contact with people that want to just say negative things, they think I'm arguing with them, but I'm not trying to argue with them. I'm just trying to get you to start thinking more positively. So we'll be talking about something and they'll be focusing on the negative aspect on it, negative. I'm not gonna focus on the negative aspect of it. I want to try to encourage positivity. So I'm trying to focus on the positive aspect of it. And people get mad at me and think that I'm trying to say that they're wrong about something, when in reality, I just don't want you to, I might like you as a person, and I don't want you to be doing all that negative talk. I might want you to speak positively. But, you know, sometimes people would think that you're just trying to say negative. Just watch the chat when people come in here and they try to spew negativity, and then I try to speak positivity, and then they say they're not allowed to have an opinion. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not talking about your opinion. I'm saying, can we try to look at the brighter side of life? Do we always have to just only focus on the negative side of life? Like that's what we're doing now? Every time something happens, all we're doing is the positive things don't exist. Only the negative things exist. We focus on the positive side of life. So that's where I'm at with it. That's where I try to be at with it. Feel me? Anyway, we're gonna get up out of here. It's kind of late. Morning coffee tomorrow. Obviously, we're back on. I want to apologize once again for no morning coffee this morning and for no Tonight Show last night. I want to apologize once again. Morning coffee back on tomorrow morning. We're back on our regular schedule. And I want to give a shout out to Albie with the $20 drop, and shout out to Lex Luger with the $5 drop. You guys are the best. The best. Actually, you guys are the best. I like when anybody like, comment, subscribe. When you just pull up, I enjoy having these conversations with you guys. We need to expand this a little bit more. I guess I'm just gonna pick a couple of people that I think have good points that aren't just arguing. Like, I can't stand. I'm just gonna tell you something right now. That's a pet peeve of mine. A pet peeve of mine is people that just want to talk to you so they can argue. That's a pet peeve of mine. I'm not here for that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not here to try to find out which one of us know more about a thing. I'm here to discuss a thing. And then if I know something, I'm going to talk about it. And if you know something, you talk about it. And we're not trying to see who knows more about a thing. We're trying to put together our information so we could collectively know more about the thing. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here for the arguing and all that other stuff. I get it though. You know what I'm saying? I get it though. But I'm not looking for people that's doing that. And that's what's taking it so long. I'm looking for people that can have constructive conversation, that could bring something to the argument other than waiting to hear what I say and then just saying the opposite. Because I don't need that. Who needs that? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I could just go get anybody to say, yo, I want you to come on my show. All you got to do is whatever I say, just say the opposite. Let's go. Like, who needs that? Like, that's not even productive. I know people think that shit like that is productive, but that's not productive. That's counterproductive. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't, because once we take that particular position, that means that we're not discussing the topic with intelligence anymore. We're discussing the topic with ego. So, you know, shout out to that shit for the people who choose to do that. I don't choose to do that. I know it seems like people might be thinking that I'm doing that at times, but I'm really not. With that being said, yo, look, I love y'all. If you got anybody still awake in your household tonight, give them a hug, tell them you love them. You don't never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Give people their flowers while they still here. Also, when we wake up in the morning, one of the first things we want to do is drink water. What up, Queen Sha? One of the first things we want to do is drink water. Water on an empty stomach is really good for the body. The first thing we want to do in the morning, drink water. Also, don't forget to hydrate our faces. I use this particular cream on my face. I use a couple of other things also. Shout out to this. I use this particular cream on my face to stay moisturized in the face. It's not run around like them other dudes that I'm assuming they got like dry chapped skin all the time because they come in here talking about I'm shining. So they be like, yo, Froze, you got you got oil on your face, and I'm busy looking like what the hell does your face look like? Concrete? Anyway, with that being said, I love y'all. Please, everybody, have a good night. Be back in the AM morning coffee. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one.